level 9. Okay, pretty good. All systems go. Or as near to go as I'm going to get this side of the grave.
Morning, Diana.
Oh, you're dressed.
Yes, I usually get dressed when I'm going out. Except for that time when I forgot and went down to the library in my pyjamas.
Well, they were my pyjamas, actually. My baby doll pyjamas. Still, never mind. Even the magistrate thought you looked cute. So, what are you going to do today?
That's a secret. Oh. But I am going to do something that'll make you see me as a new man.
You're not going down the hospital to ask for another head transplant, are you?
No. I am going to do something that you've always wanted me to do.
I thought you did that on Saturday night.
Diana, what I achieved today will make you realize that I am just the sort of man you want for a husband.
Tom, will you get my hammer and chisel and I will engrave it deep upon your forehead? I do not want to marry you.
Not now, maybe. You never want to do anything before you've had a cup of tea. But when I've done what a man has to do, then we will see.
What language do I have to speak? What signs and portents must a woman invoke in order to overcome the arrogance of the creature that is man? Why do they all think that we yearn to be stretched upon the sacrificial altar of marriage? Why do they all think they all come gift-wrapped? Why don't they all go and boil their heads?
Because we need you, Diana. I need you. A man without a mate is a wasted thing. He has no purpose. He's like a sock without a foot.
What does that mean?
I haven't the holidays. See you later. What ho?
Hello. How can I help you, Grandad?
You can call me Mr. Ballard for a start.
So sorry, I'm sure.
I mean, I might be a grandfather. In fact, I am a grandfather, as my son Geoffrey, the well-known Hell's Angel, has managed, God knows how, to have 2 quite unpleasant children. They take after their mother, Marion, who is very unpleasant. You probably know her. Most men within a 50-mile radius of central Bournemouth know her. That doesn't entitle you to presume that I am a grandfather, does it? Do you want me to repeat all that?
No, please, just get on with it, will you?
How much do you charge?
What for?
This is a driving school, yes?
Yes.
Well, I didn't come here to have my toenails clipped, did I?
You want driving lessons?
Faster than a speeding bullet.
How old are you?
76.
Too old.
Oh, I have a provisional driving license, and I have a medical certificate.
Why did you leave it so late?
My wife used to drive me everywhere.
Well, why can't you keep driving it?
She's been dead for 15 years. I wouldn't give her a medical certificate.
So why do you want to start driving at your age?
To show my lady love that I'm not just a burnt-out old boot. So, shall we jump into the old Lamborghini and go for a bit of a burn?
Here we are, Diana. The Lord be with you.
What's this?
The blessed Semolina. Oh, I mean the Semolina. Sorry, Lord.
I meant, what is this?
My rosary! Oh, dear! Oh, dear Lord, I'm so sorry. I must have dropped it during my intercourse Hail Marys. Do forgive me.
It was my semolina, mate.
Please don't blaspheme, Diana. We'll be struck down.
Jane, I believe yours is a very forgiving God, and I'm quite sure he won't vaporize you for simply bunging your beads in my semolina. In fact, he might even find it vaguely amusing.
Do you think so?
Oh, yes. Anybody who created mankind must have had a sense of humour.
Diana, let's drop the subject. Sorry about her.
Jane? Jane, will you sit down a minute, please?
What is it, Diana?
You and I are in the same position.
Really? How?
Well, we both have cloth-eared menfolk driving us round the twist. You've got the idiot Baines trying to pin you down, and I've got dear old Tom crashing around with some nuptial bee in his bonnet.
What do you mean?
Tom wants to marry me.
Oh, the Lord be praised! You are to be blessed by a holy state. God is smiling on you. Hallelujah!
told him to stuff off.
How could you do that? I mean, how many offers are you going to get at your time of life?
Jane, do you want to be the first trainee nun to be found floating face down in a bowl of semolina? I didn't accept Tom's offer for the same reason I didn't accept about 50 other lunatics. Because I have never wanted to get married. I've never wanted to be Mrs. somebody else, and I still don't.
Poor old Tom.
Yes, I know. That's my dilemma. See, I've become rather fond of old Tom. The 5 years we've spent together is the longest relationship I've ever had. Well, apart from the Labrador I had for 15 years, but... No, I don't want to hurt old Tom, but I cannot compromise my principles.
You do still love Tom, though, don't you?
Don't confuse the issue with mush, Jane.
I believe you should think very hard before you turn Tom down.
Oh, yes. And what about you and Harvey? Are you sure you really want to rush into the arms of the church? I mean, does the dear Lord really want you on the rebound?
It's not like that.
Are you sure that despite the obvious dictates of taste and sanity, you're not still in love with the twisted little git?
Quite sure.
Really sure?
Yes.
Oh, dear, oh, dear. Oh, God, if you're up there, how do I get out of this soap opera?
Hello there, Harvey. What are you doing?
I'm waiting for the postman, and here he is.
Expecting something, are you?
No, I want to give him a big kiss.
Wouldn't fancy him myself.
Hi, fat boy.
Hi, babe. What's going down?
Me. I have an urgent desire for your filthy, fat and shaven body.
Now!
What's the matter?
I've done what you wanted. I've got me tattoo.
Show me, show me! My husband would never have done this for me.
That's true, doll.
What's this? Who the hell's Mary Ann?
I said Marion. The bloke who done it was drunk.
Has he done the dragon on your tummy?
I'll wait till he sobers up. I don't want no harebrained messing around down there.
All right. Well, you better go and find another job now.
A job? You said nothing about that. You said we was only interested in pleasure and sex.
Yes, pleasure and sex. And school fees and tennis club fees and off-licence fees. No such thing as a free bed, fat boy. On your bike.
My brain hurts.
At last. The Reverend Harvey Nigel Baines. Bless you, my son.
Right, Mr. Ballard. Let's take this very carefully, shall we?
Haven't you got something a bit more zippy?
Sorry.
I mean, Nigel Mansell's dog wouldn't drive one of these.
Now, will you just concentrate, please?
Where are the pits?
Now, remember the procedure? Indicator on.
Oh, yeah.
Check the rear view mirror. Gently on the accelerator and then let the clutch out and move slowly and smoothly into the left-hand lane. Okay?
Fine. Let's go.
Now just a touch on the accelerator. Too much!
You're not very good at this teaching thing, are you? I suppose we better do some reversing now. Where are you going? We haven't done an hour yet.
Wonder if they do these collars in Paisley. Oh, hi, yes, hello. Is that the secretary of the golf club? Well, bless you, my dear. This is the Reverend Baines. Well, I'd like to apply for membership of your wonderful club. Yes, Baines. Am I related to that nasty little turd that runs Bayview? I'm sure I don't know who you mean. No, don't worry. I'll drop by and pick up the form. Yes. Bye-bye. Cow. Well, they're not going to turn down a reverend, are they? Especially not a married reverend. Oh, hello, Janie. Need a hand, my child?
I'm not your child, Harvey.
We're all children of God, Jane.
That's very true, Harvey.
How are the Bible studies coming?
Fine, thank you.
Maybe we could peruse the good book together.
Doesn't have any pictures, you know.
I know, Jane. I know my Gospels. Matthew, Mark, Luke and Jim. Just testing. Us followers of the divine must always be testing each other to make sure our faith stays as strong as the rock that was Saint Rocky.
Peter!
Well done.
What are you talking about, Harvey?
I have found the way, Jane.
The way? The way to what? The way to get into the golf club?
I'm not interested in golf clubs, Jane. I found the way of the Lord.
Really?
Oh, yes. I have been struck by the light on the Tabasco Road.
Damascus Road, Harvey.
My life has taken a new direction. You see before you a new Harvey. The Harvey of the Lord. Lo.
Oh, dear Lord! Forgive him! He knows not what he does.
Oh, Jane, I know quite well what I does. I am now a reverend.
Stop! We'll all be cast into the eternal fires.
For goodness sake, Jane, now look at this. This is my reverendship certificate. You see? Look, I mean, it's all signed and sealed. I mean, it's totally legit. Look.
This is to certify that Harvey Nigel Baines is a minister of the Church of the Flaming Sword, Las Vegas.
Yes, you see, and he's passed all the exams to fully qualify him as a church minister with all the due tax entitlements. It's signed Bishop Leroy Washington III.
What exams did you have to take?
Oh, very extensive. I mean, it took me a whole lunchtime to tick the little boxes.
Bishop Leroy Washington?
Yeah, now, you see, that's him. He's the one on roller skates holding a mass wedding of Puerto Rican croupiers outside the Golden Showers Casino.
Very colourful.
Yeah, no, but I can now conduct a marriage service. And it's good fees, too. I thought I might convert the dining room into a chapel on Saturdays, you know, catch the weekend shopping and marrying crowd.
Harvey?
Yes, Jane?
I think I might have to have a lie down. Don't do any marriages while I'm gone.
Jane, there's only one marriage that I want to be involved in. Yours and mine. To each other, I mean.
Oh.
Our marriage.
I think I might have to have a migraine pill.
No, wait, Jane, now just think of the possibilities. I mean, the Reverend Baines and his assistant, Jane Baines, invite you to a tambourine and guitar party. Bring an open heart and an open checkbook. Well, that should have sorted that one out. Someone to run this place and entry to the golf club.
Hello.
Oh, hello, Geoffrey. Do come in.
Thanks, darling. Old man in, is he?
No, he's gone off somewhere.
Right, I'll hang about a bit, if that's okay with you. You got beer?
Help yourself. Geoffrey,
What?
it's me, Diana.
Yes, sir?
So, your dingaling wife is not here. You can drop the fat boy's charade.
What do you mean, you silly old bat?
Geoffrey? Geoffrey, who are you?
I'm Fat Boy. Fat Boy Higgins. I ride with the Bognor chapter of the Hells Angels.
No, you don't.
I'm sure I do.
No, you're Geoffrey Ballard, purveyor of yoghurt and cheese slices to the masses. This gross slob aberration was something you pretended to be in order to titivate your unnatural wife. This isn't the real you, right?
Listen, Gran, you're hurting me brain. Where's me old man?
Yes, now that's it. Now, if Tom Ballard is your father, who does that make you?
His son, of course.
Yes, so your name must be Ballard, not Higgins.
Look, I just ride me bike, thump people, give me old lady a regular service. Stop messing with me head.
It is. It's time for the men with the nets and the cattle prods. Hello, who am I? I mean, who is it? The police? Who asked you to call me? Sterling Moss? Listen, you dozy great walloper. That man is a well-known local fruitcake. He is not Sterling Moss, Alan Prost, or Nigel Mansell.
So you say this gentleman's given us a false name?
Yes. He is really Nicky Lauda.
Who is he?
Lauda.
Who is he?
Never mind, it was an old joke. Let's start again, shall we? Now, what is your name?
What?
What is your name?
Yes.
Yes, what?
What is my name?
I don't know, that's why I'm asking you.
My name is Sergeant Watt.
I think I'm in a Marx Brothers movie. Just give me my bloke back, please.
Ah, so this gentleman's your husband?
Soon to be, we're engaged.
Oh, isn't that nice?
Yes, and it isn't true. Behave yourself, Tom.
What's his name?
No, your name is Watt. My name's not Watt. Eh, Watt?
Shut up, Tom. His name is Tom Ballard. What's he in for anyway? He's not been showing his bum at the rugby club again.
Driving without due care and attention.
Oh, don't be so silly, he can't drive at all.
We know that. He put a vehicle through the window of the driving school.
Well, I was with an instructor.
Whom you then chased down the high street.
Well, he was running away. My lesson hadn't finished. I hadn't had my full hour.
You then drove into the pond.
Well, of course I did. The car was on fire. Pretty smart, eh? Eh, what? Thank you for bailing me out. It's usually the other way round.
What were you playing at? Since when have you wanted to drive?
Well, it was for you, really.
Explain.
It's the sort of blokes you like, you know, squashbucklers, chaps who jump out of planes. And you're always on about this racing driver boyfriend you had. So I thought, well, first step, take some driving lessons.
Tom. Look, you are who you are. I'm very happy with that.
But you don't want to marry what I am.
No, well, I didn't want to marry the racing driver either.
Did he ask you?
Oh, frequently, along with many other pirates in my life. And I threw them all out.
You can't do that to me.
Oh, yes, I can.
Oh, no, you can't.
Why not?
It's my apartment. So, why won't you wed me?
Because I don't want to. Isn't that enough?
No. I mean, I've only asked 2 other women to marry me, and they both said yes.
Tom, you've only been married once.
I was engaged to my nanny when I was 4. He broke it off. Said that the 50-year age gap would always be a problem. So we went our separate ways. She must be 130 years old by now. But don't you see, if you married me, I would be on a different level to all the others.
Tom.
Otherwise, I'm just lover number 3010.
Thank you. I'm not going to marry you just to prop up your feeble ego.
It's because I'm boring.
No, it isn't.
Just because I don't wrestle with sharks. Just because I don't skydive. Just because I don't have a steely glint in my eye.
Belt up. Subject closed.
So did much happen while I was doing my stretch in the old Alcatraz de Bournemouth?
Oh, yes. Your son went mad.
Really? That's fascinating. What form did his lunacy take this time?
Well, he thinks he's Fat Boy Higgins, the last of the Easy Riders.
No, that was just to amuse Marion.
Not anymore. He believes he's Fat Boy in his own fat head. He's currently slopping around our place looking like Marlon Brando on Valium. Sort him out.
Knew I shouldn't have gone over the wall. Should have done my time like a man. I wish I was still Ernest Hemingway.
Hemingway was a manic depressive old queen.
I was not.
Good morning, Your Grace.
Oh, Jamie, I want to talk to you about your granddaughter, the lovely Jane.
You're not cutting her pay again, are you?
On the contrary, I want to give her the most precious thing I have.
Would that be your almost Armani suit?
My body. My life. My soul.
She'll take the suit.
You do like living here, don't you, Jamie? For free and all that. Hmm?
I hope you'll both be very happy together.
Thank you. God bless you.
Diana!
I'm reading.
Oh, are you going to buy a motorbike?
I am trying to gain insight into the furthest depths of the brain-damaged psyche so that I can speak to people round here.
Geoffrey's got a motorbike, and he talks funny. He keeps calling me a rough scrubber moll. Geoffrey thinks very nice, and he's taken to spitting at the geraniums.
What do you want, Jane?
It's Harvey. He's become a reverend.
A reverend what?
Reverend Baines. He's got a reverendship from America. He's even got the dog collar.
All right, God, you can come out now. The joke's over.
He did it for me, in order to get me to marry him.
He did it for himself. You know what he's like, Jane. Just scrape him off your shoe, tell him to vanish, and keep moving.
Nobody's ever done anything like that for me before.
You're not weakening, are you?
Of course not, but it does show a high degree of devotion, doesn't it?
It shows a high degree of selfishness, Jane. He wants to make you into a legal slave, just like the rest of them.
Jane, what's going on?
Why?
Harvey came and asked me for your hand.
Cannibal.
Oh, my goodness, he's trying to do everything right for once. What did you say?
Well, I hope he said he'd rather live through another potato famine than have one of his granddaughters marry that dreadful little snivelling lizard. Is that right, Jamie?
I said it was up to you, Janie.
I will say no for you, Jane.
No, I will tell him myself.
He says you're to be on the front lawn at tea time for his formal proposal.
I will be there, Jane. And if you weaken, I will haunt your dreams forever.
It's a private occasion. Nobody else will be there. Thank you very much.
Private occasion?
I'll call out the troops.
And I'll arrange the grandstand, the tear gas, and the sick bags.
Geoffrey, Daddy's here. I know that being married to Marion has some disadvantages, like probably a few degrees worse than going to hell for all eternity or even spending a fortnight in Luton. But you really can't behave like this. You can't go from selling dairy products to smashing up seaside resorts at your age. You'll look silly. Even more silly than you were when you tried to break into novelty contraceptives. I told you curry-flavoured condoms would never catch on.
Where is he?
Oh, he's still with the fairies. What are we going to do with him?
Chuck him on the rubbish heap.
Diana, he's my son.
No, he's not. He's a visitor from another planet. He's probably responsible for corn circles, cycle lanes, traffic cones, and all the other unnatural phenomena. Might even be responsible for the Liberal Democrats.
He says he wants a job.
I won't tell him to go down the medical school, see if they want any corpses to cut up. I'll see you later.
Where are you going?
Harvey is proposing to Jane this afternoon, and he wants it to be a very private and secret affair. So I must make sure everyone's there.
A proposal ceremony. Geoffrey?
Oh, hello.
Hello. I gather you're looking for a job.
Could be. What's the gig?
Have you got another crash helmet?
Yeah?
Well, I want to hire you to take me to your nearest aerodrome, where a certain Mr. Biggles and his friend Ginger are awaiting my coming.
Get a chainsaw, Jane. Then when he opens his mouth to propose, you just cut his head off.
I think I know what to do, Diana.
You are going to say no, aren't you?
Of course I am. In my own way. Oh, dear Lord, give me strength.
Into the valley of death.
Jane, on your knees, boy. On your knees. On your knees.
All right, I was just about to. Jane Edwards, light of my life, would you do me the honor of marrying me?
Oh, what a surprise, sir. Marry you? What can I say?
You can say no.
Shut up, Diana. Where was I? What did you want?
Marriage, Jane. I want you to marry me. Will you marry me?
No.
Jane, I'm getting a stiff knee. Can I have an answer?
Yes, Harvey!
Jane, you're touching me.
What's that? Is it a plane? Is it a bird? No! It's a ballad!
What?
It's Tom. He's got something to ask you.
Oh, my God, he's all over the place.
He's going to land over there. Wagons roll!
What ho?
Are you all right?
Never felt better.
What the hell do you think you're doing?
Well, Diana, this old daredevil swashbuckler wondered if you would do me the honor of marrying me.
I thought we discussed this.
Oh, for God's sake, say yes before that harness cuts his nuts off.
What did you say, Tom?
I said, will you marry me?
No.
Ah, well, so much for happy endings.